Listen, you talking about that'll get you fired. I feel like these people that's playing GM get fired too when I start hearing them talk about the draft. And they listen, I don't know how people done fell this. Listen, okay, I get it. Kiki done, she ain't have a great game. I get it. But when you look at skill set, if you got eye test, Kiki got the skill set to be a star. And I'm again, we
Of
guessing.
course she do. I don't know
We
what you be
guessing.
talking
We don't
about.
know what players is gonna do. But when I look at Kiki, she's not being used right at USC. She's being used more like a big at USC and not like a forward. She need to be at the elbow, kind of where Asia Wilson usually be. She need to be at the elbow and she need to go to work there. She don't need to be under the basket. She don't need to be under no basket. That's why they kind of got her under the
It's her
basket.
first year with USC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you look at her highlights with Stanford, you see the
Hmm.
star she is. Right at Stanford, how they was using her, you'd be like, oh, okay, this girl's a problem. You look at her at USC, she doesn't really look like she's a star. She almost looked like a role player, but that's because that's how they using her. But her skill set is a star. Like her skill set is give me the ball here, and I'm gonna score damn near every time. And you could keep coming to me, and I'm gonna make something happen. That's her skill set. But they not using her like that because I don't know. You know, shout out to Brass. Always say he don't like the coach at USC, and I might have to agree with him because I'm kind of confused on if you got a player like Juju and you got a player like Kiki, that should be a crazy 1-2 punch, but it's almost like still a one-man show in USC
Mm.
and everybody else. But that should be a crazy 1-2 punch, and I just don't see it.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, but
Yeah.
anybody who fell off like that means you don't got the eye test. Because when I look at Kiki, I see star. Yeah, she might not be necessarily doing much at USC, and they might not be using her right. But when her skill set is still her skill set, she a problem.
But even with that, she's still averaging almost what 19.
Yeah,
She's with
She is.
18.7 and 10 boards.
yo, let me pull up her stats. Cause I even had to check myself. I didn't know she
Yeah.
was doing what she was doing this year. I looked at her
Yeah,
stats.
that's what I had
It
to
was
check
like
bro
30
card.
and
He was
10,
like,
20
oh,
and
I'm
I
like,
said, oh,
I'm like,
okay. Kiki is still balling. Like
I was
she
like,
not
I'm
why
like,
would
but if y'all saying that she's playing, if that's bad, then what's her upside? Then that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't understand why
right.
hey,
people.
I was over there on Zoe's panel a couple of days ago. Now they was having us pick our top three, and I was like, "Yeah, I ain't heard nobody say Kiki Iriafen, but I'ma say it. I don't know what y'all going through.
Right. I don't know what
I
y'all on
The,
right now,
don't
the
know
but
the
what
only
y'all
y'all
on.
bugging.
the only reason I take her out the top three is because of fit, like what the teams need.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only. If I were just to take that out of it and just say just pure skill and upside, she's definitely in top three.
And Mo three. This was my reason. I believe she's WNBA ready.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
That's
that's the
that.
same thing. That's the same way I feel.
Yeah, that's the
And
way I
this is
felt.
this
That's
is
what.
another reason how you could tell she's NBA, she's WNBA ready, because she's used to being she's a plug and play player that a lot of people don't give her credit for being plug and play, but you could tell going from Stanford where she was the number one option and she came to USC and now she just fitting in a role, and
Right.
she's not only fitting in at the role, she's excelling at the role,
Mhm.
because what role player gonna give you almost 2010?
None. There's a lot of people ain't even averaging no 20. I don't even know what these people
It's
talking
not
about now.
exactly 20. Well, I think it's like 18.7 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. That's why I
Yeah, but
think
she
in
a
this
2010
draft,
player.
that's why Los Angeles Sparks they got a decision to make. That number two spot is very funny. It's, you know, because they got her projected to go to the LA Sparks, but what if the LA Sparks decide to pick Olivia Miles?
Look at these numbers though for the season. Like her double doubles is up there. Like she's you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people are seeing, but like
I
That's what
like
understand it. I understand it though because it's like people are going off the last big game they saw. They going off the last national game, the last ranked game. So she didn't play that well in that game. So that's why I said Kiki in this game coming up on the 21st versus UConn, she just got to show out, and that's going to show
Right.
people again because she's doing it against these smaller schools. 30-12 is crazy. That's superstar numbers, but she did it against LSU or whoever the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, LSU. Whoever
And
the hell.
that's the other thing too. When a player comes into a new system and she's got to fit in. She got
Yeah,
to fit into that system because the main person in that system is Juju. You know, do let me ask y'all this question: do they fit?
I think they do. You listen. Anytime you got a 1-2 punch, especially at those position where they both is forwards, it should be a no brainer. Like it should be a lot of 2-man game. So they definitely fit. But with the offense that's being ran, it's
Maybe,
not. It's
maybe it's
not.
janky.
Yeah, it's not really highlighting Kiki's skills. It's getting Juju the ball a lot, which is great. Like I love the more Juju get the touches, better. But it should be a lot of 2-man game between Juju and Kiki. A lot of handoffs, pick and rolls,